So why did I feel so exhausted, drained, and like I couldn't do anything other than close my laptop at the end of the day and crawl over to the couch to scroll on my phone and watch Netflix? They're like, I feel like crap at the end of the day. I was like, I know, me too. What is going on? And then the second day, I took these 5-minute movement breaks, and you had me walk on a treadmill at 2 miles per hour. So I'm a New Yorker. Let me tell you, 2 miles per hour. That's like a wander in the park. So I was like, okay, sure. And I was kind of impressed at emotionally how I felt different. I was able to concentrate the whole day. I wasn't as anxious by the end. But what really shocked me were the results that he gave me, which was that my blood sugar was cut in half. My blood pressure dropped by 5 points. And I actually rated the quality of my work as higher on the day that I had all these interruptions. And I was like, whoa, that is counterintuitive in a society where we have been taught since we go to kindergarten that a good worker is sitting and looking ahead and butts in chairs and paying attention and grinding. Of the people who managed to stick with the breaks, 80% of them actually made it through for the full 2 weeks. 82% actually liked taking breaks. Fatigue dropped by up to 28%. We heard from people who felt like they were back in their bodies again, like they had regained that ability to focus, that they didn't hate their jobs for not for nothing. And also the most surprising thing, well, not surprising to you, that productivity actually slightly rose, which I found fascinating. And one woman, for example, like by the end of the 2 weeks, she was able to start tapering her insulin. Her blood pressure dropped 40 points, which was kind of crazy. Even if you work out in the morning, if you sit all day long after that, it doesn't matter.
It literally leads to every chronic condition. And if you're a woman, it ups your chance of an early death by 35%. And if you're a guy, it's by 19%. Because it is outrageous that our body is so incredibly well designed that all it takes is 5 minutes of motion to turn everything back on. Directly leads to anxiety. And I'm saying not having enough movement leads to anxiety.
The idea is not to have fitness. It is not to kill it. It is just to feel a little better in your body. It is something you get to do, not have to do. Like the first line in my book is, I was scared to write this book, because I really was scared to write this book. The thought of like writing about why I shouldn't be sitting and looking at a screen for hours at a time. Every time I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And then I move. And, oh, wow, you feel better. Duh. How much more proof do I need? Yeah, no, one of the things Leslie's referring to is this I wish I'd done this with my kids before they became teenagers, which is that screen time, any parent knows, after iPad, they're a nightmare. It's a disaster.
We have a board member who always says, the American ego is so big, they think if they step away for 2 minutes, the entire world is going to come crashing down. I was on the phone with someone the other day who was saying that the receptionist has put up a new rule that no one can ask her a question if they don't dance their way to her desk. I mean, I lived in New York. You're there now. Yeah. I lived in New York before devices. And think of a moment on the subway or a moment on the sidewalk where you'd actually have like your best encounter of the day with a complete stranger you've seen once, right? Yeah. It doesn't happen if they're doing this.